Hello everyone. Just getting my iPad ready so I can see comments if there are any. So please say hi when you jump on so I can say hi back. I'd love that. So again, I'm not just sitting here by myself talking to myself. I mean, I'll still, make cards and stuff, but if you could come talk to me, that'd be great. So hopefully a few people will pop on and say hi. I hope you all are having a great evening this lovely November day. I've been teaching some garage voice lessons out in the garage, of course. Make sure you say hi or something when you pop on so I know if you're here. So say hi. Let's see. Oh, I must have froze for a second. Okay, well, anyway, I'm going to show you some more wonderful creations using the Tag Buffet tag set and stamp set that matches it. This wonderful tag set, yay, Betty's home, comes with all kinds of things to make these gorgeous tags. I have so far made 6 tags and 9 cards, and I still have all of this that I have not used yet. So I am going to be working my way through this. It is on, not that one, there we go, page 5 of the mini catalog. Hey Lisa, make sure when you pop on you say hi so I can say hi. So the Tag Buffet stamp set comes with all these beautiful tag stamps. The tag kit is what I just showed you. Comes with all these bits and pieces. Again, I have made 6 tags and 9 cards, and I am not even halfway through all of my goodies there. Let me show you some of the tags. I believe I showed you, my dog is shaking, sorry, in a former video, but they are huge tags. And I added stuff on the back so I can add to and from. A cute little tag holder. And they come apart so you can still see the beautiful paper. And some people are making, and I have to, making some cards with just the pretty background, and this one matches the box. So we have a stocking, we have some presents, and again the paper is different on the background of those as well. We have an ornament. We have a cardinal, that paper in the background. We have a Christmas tree, and some foliage. Thank you, Lisa. And then these are the cards I showed previously that I have made. I used an embossing folder for the background here, and some 3 little enamel dots that I wish we still carried. And I always like to incorporate something from the front in the middle. So in this case, I had like a 1-inch little square of paper, and so I just used it. A Christmas tree with some of our adhesive backed snowflakes that are sparkly. This one I used the textured embossing folder and the subtle embossing folder and the tastefully textured embossing folder. And I like to mat. I'm a matter. I like to do a little bit of a mat so I can see it on the inside. And then this one, I had so much fun doing the paper piecing. I cut these out and then added, this is using the Heartwarming Hugs paper and the Dainty Diamonds. So those are ones I made in the past, but tonight I came up with another layout that you can use using these large elements in the card packs. Let me set these aside. So again, I have made 6 tags and 9 cards, and I am not even halfway through all of the goodies in this box. So I'm gonna have to keep crafting. All right, so tonight's layout, I think my daughter just got home from work. What do you think? Okay, Elvis, come. Knock it off. All right, so this will be tonight's layout. Come here. I told everyone else in the house to be quiet, but apparently I forgot to tell the dog. All right, so tonight's layout, we'll be using the element in the middle, a very thin strip of gold foil, the thread, Merry Christmas stamp from the stamp set, and I created some backgrounds using the stamp set. So let me get that out and show you. So this is the stamp set. You can buy it separately. You don't have to get the tag kit, but I thought they went well together. So that's what I created. And on the inside, I used this paper and added a little bit. Now, what paper is this? I'm so glad you asked. So what I did is I went over to my paper area and found a bunch of scraps. And I'm like, what has a lot of scraps that I can make a bunch of cards with? Scraps meaning, you know, just little strips of paper. So I discovered that my 'Tis This Season 6x6 designer series paper had tons of little scraps. So I'm like, that's what I'm using. So it has same colors as the kit. So it is on page 31 and it is up here. And that is so hard to see all the detail of this paper. So lucky for you, I'm going to show each and every one of them. Okay, so we've got some red stripes. We've got some branches that kind of also look like feathers, not gonna lie. So the colors in this are basic black, cherry cobbler, garden green, real red, shaded spruce, and whisper white. One of my favorite sides here. This is the side that I used in this particular card. Love this one too. This is cherry cobbler, shaded spruce. Got some mistletoe. I love this one, the plaid. Candy canes. And then this also goes with several, or there's two other stamp set that this kind of coordinates with. The Cherish the Season and, ooh, now off the top of my head, I have forgotten. I already showed you this one. Ah, I must have forgotten one. That's okay. This one. The one with the deer. What's the name of that set? Well, now I have to find out. Now I have to know. Well, I know, I just have forgotten. There we go, Wishes and Wonder. That's it. And it has deer. Well, I'll show you on the next page. It has all of these lovely stamps and then a bunch of dies. Now, if you're ever looking through the catalog and you're like, why is this one in white and why is this one not? If it is outlined in white, that means there's a die that will cut it out. Same with this one. This is the other one. Cherish this. Oh, it's the bell one. I forgot. The bell piece of paper. So these two bells you can actually cut out. And there's also some, oh, I must have ripped there. Also some freestanding bells. And if you're wondering what are these lines, I will tell you. This goes here. This one goes here. And this one goes here. And this one goes there. So those are the middles of the bells that lots of people have asked that. That's what those are, in case you're wondering. Okay. So let's get Stampin', shall we? So that, oh, is there? Oh, there it is. There it is. There was the other one. It got stuck to the back of the paper. Okay. I like to keep one of them so that I can see what colors there are. And also if I need to order more, I have the number right there. Okay, so again, we are not necessarily creating this card because I already created this card. I'm going to, well, I'm not going to show you the card we're going to create. And then I have a bunch more examples that I made using the same layout of a pretty piece of DSP, a gold piece of foil, a sentiment, and the object, and then these lovely gold glitter dots. Now I want to talk about these gold glitter dots. These gold glitter dots are currently in our annual catalog. And guess what? Tomorrow. Almost every single thing in this catalog is 10% off. Tomorrow, 24 hours only, from midnight to midnight. 10% off of just about everything in this catalog. So I know I'm going to place an order, and this will be on my order because I need some more of these. I'll be out of these soon because I'm going to make a bunch more cards. So I need to get some more of these. So there are, so if there's a tab, if there's a green thing, that means it's still on my wish list. So might be knocking some of these off soon. Yes. Okay, so let me grab my stuff over here. All right, I have all my stuff hopefully prepped. I decided to use a thick Whisper White card base for this one. All the others I did in reds and greens, and I thought, you know what, I'm gonna see what it looks like in white. So we're gonna see together what it looks like in white, because I haven't made this one yet. All right, so a regular card base of 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4.25. And I always like to use my bone folder to give it a nice crease so it stays flat. All right, next I decided on this strip of paper for right there. And this is a, let me see, you know what? I didn't measure this. I will tell you a little story about these. All the gold strips I used in these cards this evening, I just had a big chunk of it and I just cut them into 1/2 inch strips. So I don't even know. There we go. It is 4 by 1/2 inch. There we go. It's going to look like that. And then the present is going to go there-ish. And then our sentiment banner, which comes in the tag buffet kit, is going to go there-ish. I'm going to put that up just a little bit. Okay, so that's my basic layout. So I'm going to be looking where my white area is, because that's where I want to stamp. Okay, and I decided I'm going to use the stocking stamp and real red ink. So I open my ink pad. I'm going to dump these off to the side. Okay, and I'm actually going to put this on a scratch piece of paper, and then I'm going to put that on my Stampin' Pierce mat to get a nice impression, since these are photopolymer stamps. So I know there's some room up here, so I'm going to randomly stamp my stocking, just kind of all over the place. Make it as random as you want, make it as perfect as you want. It is up to you. It is your card. I'm gonna have that go like that. There we go. And this will probably get covered up, but just in case, I'm going to do the whole piece of paper, even though I know that a lot of this is going to get covered up. That is okay. All right, I think I want to put one more little boop-de-boop right up there, right up in the corner. There we go. All right, so I feel that is adequate coverage. All right, so I'm going to stamp off just a little bit. And then I will use my chamois. I always like to stamp off a few times so it doesn't get my chamois entirely filled with ink. Before I close my ink pad, we've got a little bit more stamping to do. I didn't need to stamp off my stocking yet because I'm going to put it on my envelope. Since I've got my envelope out, might as well do it. Right there, bam, envelope is decorated. Now I'll go ahead and do that. Okay, got that done. Now I need to do my inside. So this is a 5.25 by 4 inch piece of Whisper White. So go ahead and pop in. I see someone else is on, so if you can stop in and say hello so I know who you are. All right, this is the inside. It says, may the good times of today become the cherished memories of tomorrow. Wishing you lots of love, joy, and happiness. Now, I am going to take my strip of DSP right there so I can get a visual of whereabouts the middle is from here to here, okay? Now, I could use my grid paper, I know, but I kind of just like to use that. So I'll get it as straight as I can, press straight down, give it a second, and lift straight off. One more thing to stamp. My sentiment banner, which I could have just cut this out and then used my banner punch, or even cut a banner using Whisper White, but hey, it was in the tag buffet kit, so I'm just going to use that. All right, and this is the big, long Merry Christmas stamp, which I love this stamp. This might be my favorite Merry Christmas that I own. Okay, I did just re-ink my real red, so I think I missed a spot. All right, I'm gonna scoot that down just a little bit. Hopefully my head won't get in the shot here as I try to get this centered. One way to find out. And it's stuck, do you see that? Great. Take your fingernail, stick it in there and go straight down. lift off. There we go. Okay. There we go. Those are ready for my chamois. All right, that is all the stamping we have. So now, very important, close this puppy up. Boop. Okay, because I will end up with that all over me. All right, now to assemble our card. Put that there, put that there, there, there. But we're missing one piece. You see our gold thread. Here's how I determine the length, and honestly, I don't even know what it is. I'll just show you how I do it, because everyone's hand will be different. I take it in my hand like this. I wrap it around my fingers 3 times, ish. And then I cut it. So there's 3 loops, and that's how I determine how long I need it, ish. And it's kind of uneven, and I like that. So I'm gonna put that on this. Now, how do I do that? Well, I'm so glad you asked. You guys are full of great questions. Okay, so I'm gonna put it right about there, and then use my other glue dot and put it about there. So I've got 2 glue dots on the back of my embellishment, or not my embellishment, my sentiment banner. Okay, so again, take this 1, 2, 3, and then I gave it a good snip. So I'm gonna take this all at once and put it down on one of the glue dots and really smash it in there. Really give it a good smash. Okay, don't worry about the other one yet. Going to kind of floof it out a little bit, and then about center. Again, this does not have to be perfect. Put it over the other glue dot. Give it a good smoosh into that glue dot. You can also put a piece of tape here. If you like tape, use tape. All right, now I don't like these. So I'm gonna take my paper snips, give them a good old cutting right there. And another one. One more strand got away from me. There we go. Okay, so when you flip it over, it looks like that. 3 golden rings. 3 golden rings. Okay. All right, now people like to adhere their cards all kinds of different ways. I like glue. I just like the glue. I like the wiggle room it gives, and I like that I know it is not going to come off of this piece of paper. Sometimes tape runners, especially in high humidity areas, come off the paper and your card falls apart. So not too much glue, not too much. Some people like smearing, you don't need that much. This stuff is super strong. Okay, I'm gonna turn my card because that's how I roll. And I'm gonna try to get it equidistant here. Okay, if it's not perfect, it is okay. Once I'm comfortable, then I press. Okay. Then, you know what? I'm gonna do this first before I do the other one so that I make sure I get that one up a little bit. So on the back, I'm going to put dimensionals. Almost out of dimensionals, but am I? No, 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 I am not almost out. I have this whole border to use. So make sure you use your border. I cut it just all the way around, and then there you go, you've got more. Okay, so I'm gonna use 4. Some other cards I use 3, it doesn't matter. All right, peel off your backs, which I just found 2 of these by the back rug while I let the dog out just a little bit ago. You know, that's all right. Okay, now I want just a tiny bit of this hanging off the bottom of the card. I think that looked pretty. So I'm gonna make it look like that. Just a little bit hanging off though, not too much. About like that. Okay, there we go. Now I am going to test run this again. That looks good to me. Not picky. All right, so again, this is 4 by 1/2 of an inch strip. It's a good way to use up your strips of gold foil because let's be honest, foil isn't all that cheap. So when I use foil, I kind of use it sparingly because, it's a little pricey. Hey, Mom's on. Hi, how you doing? Hello. All right, so now we've got our present, and I'm also going to use dimensionals on it. Okay. Ooh, I'm going to get to show you how I do that. Good. Okay, so technically, oh, no, I've got one more. Technically, I'm out of dimensionals, but I'm not, okay? Take your snips, and you do a little cutty cut. You do a little cutty cut. I usually do the corner like that. I go around the corners, just, there you go. I need one more. Boop. And let's do this one right there. Okay. So make sure you use the outside of your dimensional pack. No sense in wasting that. I make sure I use every little bit before it goes in the trash. Okay, so there's my presents. There are my presents. Okay, there we go. And there is the front of our card. A little bit of gold, and the gold twine brings out this, a little pop of that. We've got our reds and our stocking in the background. Okay, let me get rid of these for a second. Then we're going to do the middle. All right, so our middle, I stamped our sentiment. Ooh, ice cream. Let's see, I had Chris pick up Hardee's tonight because he was out and about, and I kind of forgot to plan dinner. But tomorrow night, we are having breakfast for dinner. I am going to make homemade waffles. We've got bacon from Schmidt's, a wonderful meat market up in Minnesota. And I will fry up some eggs, and that will be our dinner tomorrow night, and I can't wait because I love that bacon. It's so good. All right, so make sure you say hi when you come on so I can say hi to you. Oh, we are almost done with our card. Oh, wait till you see your Christmas card, Lisa. Just you wait. I don't know if a card has ever had so many layers. Well, actually, yours from last year had lots of layers, but this one's got lots of layers. Technically, I could be done with my Christmas cards, but I keep making them. So I figure if I've got extra, I'll give them away. All right, so there is my card. Now, I did not do a matte because I had this, and I thought, I'm okay with that. I could have also stamped the sentiment directly on the card because this is thick whisper white, but I didn't, because then if you mess up, you're gonna have to put a piece of paper over it anyway. So I just did it that way. Okay, last thing. Well, before I put my glue, I gotta put my glue on. Glue it. Okay. We need our gold glitter dots, which again are in our annual catalog, which everything almost, it's really like 98% of the catalog is on sale tomorrow, 10% off the annual catalog. So I know I will be stocking up on color cardstock, and I think there's 2 more stamp sets that I really, really want. So I'll be getting those. All right, for those of you who are watching, help me decide. Should I use the tiny ones? So 1, 2, 3, or 4. So we've got the teeny tiny ones, kind of the little mediums, the medium bigs, and the bigs. Let's vote. Let's see who should win. So we've got 4 different sizes. That's what I like about these, because, as you can tell with what I've used, sometimes I'm feeling like a big one, sometimes I'm not. I don't know why this one's not in its spot. It ran away from home, I guess. All right. And on the back, I always put AC, which stands for annual catalog, and then its number, so I know, oh, hey, I know which catalog and which number it is when I want to order more. Okay, well, I'm going to go with, since no one apparently has an opinion, I'm going to go with, oh, Betty, you read my mind. That's what I was going with. We're going to go with 3. Okay, and I'm going to put one up here. I like to do 3s. Put one here, and then, oh, come with me now. Come with me. Let's see here. I don't want to put it on here because I already have this on dimensionals, and then that would be too thick. So, because you don't want to make your card too thick to make it through the mail, because sometimes it doesn't make it if it's just too thick. And I think I should have planned that better, but I should have put that one more up there. But where does it want to live? we're just gonna go with it. We're gonna go, bam, it's down, not moving it now. Okay, so that adds a little bit of a gold glitter. All right, so let me show you that one again. There we go. And the other ones I have not shown you yet. So here's another one I made using the Christmas tree. All from this tag buffet. So there's one I made with the stocking. I used tone on tone, so real red on real red. That strip of gold really helps this pop. The gold twine, again, it's hanging off the bottom, and that is okay because in the card it'll be just fine. It'll be just fine. Okay, we have the cardinal, and I used the little branches and the holly and the berries for it, and I used the small ones, the small gold glimmer dots, and I only did 2 circles of the twine for this one, and I also used a different sentiment from the stamp set, 'Tis the Season, rather than Merry Christmas. Okay, and that plaid pattern. Oh, love it. Okay, and then I only made 5. I didn't make 6. I could have made 6, but I just kind of ran out of time. I was taking my son to jazz band. So, the ornament. Again, I used red on red in the background. The ornament with some gold, that brings out the gold. And I did something different here too. I looped the ends. I just did one little loop on each end of the sentiment rather than wrapping it around, but it does give it a little bit of texture and a little pop of gold. And on the inside, I did the same thing. The strip of, so what I did is I just cut this. Again, these were out of my scraps. I just was like, what paper do we have a lot of scraps of? And I had like some 2 inches, some 1 inches. I'm like, So some of these are different widths because that is what I had and I used it. Plus I had to cut a 1/2 inch off for the inside. Okay, so that again is the tag buffet and then the tag kit. So far these are 5 cards I've made, plus the other 4, plus the 6 tags, and I still have so much more product to work with. I will be making these for quite some time. I paired it with tonight with the gold glitter dots and the 'Tis the Season 6x6 paper. Again, I could have paired it with any of the papers that have real red. This is shaded spruce. This is garden green. Could have paired it with any of it, and I have in the past as well. If you are interested in any of these products, you can shoot me an email at boxstarstamping@gmail.com. I'm also on Facebook at Boxstar Stamping. If you would like to place an order and your order is under $150, be sure to use this host code. If your order is over $150, you will get the host code benefits. Also, don't forget that tomorrow, the annual catalog, big sale. I cannot wait. Good time to stock up on papers. All right, so thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you all again very soon. I'll let me put these up just a little bit so you can see better. There we go. All right, I will see you all later. Thanks for watching. Have a great Thanksgiving. Bye-bye.